Alright, lady tigers, we're gonna get to welding up this roll cage now. Just gonna be burning some joints and we'll see how far we get. Guys, I just got done using the Weldinator and some rod and sticking together some of the pipe-elators. Just kind of got those started now, so now I'm going to take this whole section and actually tip it back and then see if I can finish welding all the way around those. I think the door bars are probably what I'm going to do almost last because I have to drop the whole cage down after I weld it. So once I get these finished, I'm going to go up to that top section and see how much I can get around. I might be able to actually remove this window and drop that down a little bit. We'll see if I have to do that. Oh man, this is actually going to work really nice. A lot of room on that one. A lot of room on the back side. Should definitely be able to get this to work out. Check out my paper slip fit. Pretty nice. Alright, so kind of getting a lot done here. So I took these end outriggers here for the rear section, and then I just used some thin plate and kind of welded to cap the ends off. And then what I did with one of these sections is I actually shortened it, and then I welded some caps on the end. So my plan for this is to go underneath this bar and then do a round bore off of each end, going back to the frame because the body mount is right in the middle. So I can't go straight out from the frame because of the body mount. So this is essentially the width of the body mount with one of the leftover bars that I cut from trimming these pieces. Well, actually, I should say trimming the top pieces. Then I'm going to go from here to here. So we'll see what that looks like. Okay, so I got the whole cage welded together, dropped down through the floor now. And I have the pads melted on here. Melted on. The outrigger pads welded on. This one just kind of tacked on here, and then it's going to go up and get welded on where it's all ground down there. Here's driver's side, rear. So it's low enough I'll be able to fully weld all the way around it. Then I'll lift it back up and weld it to the frame. And here you can see that this little pad is in line with the body mount there. And then I have a spot ground down there and a spot ground down here. And when I lift this up, I'm basically going to run one of these tubes over to connect to this side here. So that's all we'll go with. I'll fully weld these things on and lift it back up into place. I'm not sure with these two tubes going out if I'll be able to fully TIG weld all the way around on the frame, but I should be able to definitely get the bottom TIGged most of the way, and then if there's anything on the top that I can't get with the TIG, I'll try to use the MIG. Alright, got these all welded up. I decided to just use the MIG on the driver's side. Passenger side, I did TIG the outside, but then I ended up using the MIG on the inside because it was kind of hard to get to. Same thing here. I was just getting a little frustrated with trying to TIG it, so decided to just use the MIG on the driver's side. So now what I did was throw some paint on the top here, mainly for these front corners, because these front corners actually touch. You can see the little indentation from the bar there. They actually touch the headliner. So wanted to get those painted first. Everything else I should be able to paint around once it's up into place. Did kind of throw a little bit on the back corners here, just for now. And then did the front of the A-pillar bars. So I'm going to give this a little bit of time to dry, and then I'll push it up into place. And alrighty, got the main portion of the cage all welded in now with all of the frame pieces welded in. So that's kind of what it looks like. I got a little bit of room here yet. And all the angles are pretty close. This little angle back here looks deceiving. This is actually like less than 1 degree from vertical, or it's within 1 degree from vertical, but this B-pillar is kind of leaned forward, so it's a little deceiving. It makes it look like the thing is leaned back, but it's not. Angle of everything lines up really nice with the A-pillars. And this isn't really the prettiest. This isn't really the prettiest stuff going on down here, but I did get them welded on. I did use the TIG in some spots. This one I used the TIG on, the MIG, I used the MIG on the top. And then some of the MIG welds I might go back over with the TIG weld just to maybe make them look a little bit better, but I don't think it's super critical. So here you can see that this pad is welded on to that pipe going back, and then there's also one going forward this way. So it's able to go around the body mount that way, and then weld it onto the pipe going up through the floor. Then here's this one over this side, just looking through the tire well here. And then I think I might also weld in a plate around the floor here and then weld it to this bar. So I don't think that's needed, but I think I'm going to weld a plate in there also. Now I just got to finish fitting these pieces and weld them into the floor. And then this section here is going to be really tricky to do and get all the way around with the door bar. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all the way around there. I do have a little bit of room on the back side here, so I'll try to make that work. But that's all I'm going to get to for this weekend. The main section is pretty much in and done. I definitely underestimated how much work this is. I didn't think it was going to be this challenging, we'll say that. And this section, fitting this up, crawling around on the floor, was not very fun. I do have it up on the jack stands now, which is nice, but before the jack stands were holding the cage up. So fitting everything, it was like on the ground because the cage was on the jack stand. So now that I actually got it welded, tacked into place, I could lift the truck up and do more welding underneath it, but it took a little while to get it to that point, but it's coming along.